Howdy everyone, my name's Calexiel and welcome back to Doki-Doki Literature Club, where we're role-playing as Jones the Hacker from the System Shock playthrough that I'm sucking at horribly. So we just finished up writing a poem, and now we're presenting it to the rest of the club. And there's Shodan greeting us currently. Hi again, Jones. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Ha, ha, ha. Nah. Don't worry. I get the feeling you would bring me back regardless. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Jones. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Yeah, okay, you're half and half right there, Natsuki. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. Correct. Because I'm having to help Jones. Okay, Jones is having to do things on a space station full of things that want to kill him. He's already died once, Natsuki. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Was that C or here? I don't know. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monika and manga. Manga is literature, damn it! That it is. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Jones always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Jones, you have such crazy adventures. First on a space station trying to stop a terrible rogue AI, and now dealing with anime women. You just have it all, Jones. Is that so? We don't talk about that one, Jones. You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Jones can become good friends, too. But he's a boy. Sayori! As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the fact that I forgot to set the timer again. Okay, so let me just set the damn thing. Okay, we'll just do this until... I really don't even need a timer for this, to be honest. I'll just do it until we get to the next poem thing. Whatever. So as usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori. Me? She brought me, Jones, something. She brought Jones something. Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Jones, don't pull the pin! And never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. Oh, what do I do? Huh? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. That's right, Jones, it is up to you. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. Yuri! You brought that smut to school? I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know... discuss it if you wanted. Yeah, I'm not gonna make the joke. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? I don't know. I don't know how humans do stuff, dude. I mean, you're a hacker. You're supposed to be smart. She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like despite me not reading much. Yeah, Jones? But then again, I haven't been reading much myself. Whatever. Yuri! Thank you! I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Yeah, that is a few right there. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monika to kick off some scheduled activities and adventures for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monika are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Man, it looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down into the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature-related by myself like this? I guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me. But I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and end up listening in on Sayori's conversation with Monika. We're probably going to seem really lame compared to all the other clubs, though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. Hoorah! The problem is that the idea of a literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. Is that an oxymoron? But it's not like that. It's not like that at all, you know? We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem, though. What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? And after they come, we can do the thing to speak to their creative minds. What's this? Sayori is taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this. Huh, that's a good point. In that case, I should be talking in the mic. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? What kind? Well, I guess we could. Cupcakes! Oh, good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. You're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. She does. I mean, I didn't get a chance to eat them myself, but Jones did, and he seemed to like them quite a bit. That works out perfectly! That wasn't why you suggested it. Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. They would speak to mine as well. They spoke to Jones's tummy, and they spoke to the toilet 10 minutes afterwards. Natsuki! Jones is lactose. To a degree to where it causes him to have the shits. So I don't know what you put in it, but it is obviously a dairy product. Cupcakes it is then. I'm hungry. So am I, not Natsuki, fucking Sayori. I'm hungry as well, so is Jones. Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. But therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it'd be like to see the world through her eyes. I must avoid spoilers. I must avoid spoilers. Ah! I open my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision. That's quite the close-up. Oh, cool! I can right-click too. Okay. I nearly fall out of my chair. I'm not gonna do sound effects for that because that would involve me seriously falling out of my chair. Sorry. Wait. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club. Though, a nap would be nice. Does our school have a napping club? I know! That would be so cool! You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know. You'll need to get used to it. Don't say that so loud! I glance over my shoulder to see if Monika overheard. It's true, though. Yeah. I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori. It's what I do best. That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Huh? Not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? That's... Oh, okay, I just hit the menu thing by accident. That's... It's a secret! I knew it. Come on. At least give me the benefit of the doubt. I've been wondering how to actually say that phrase correctly. I can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you. Huh? Sayori glances around at herself. How is it written all over me? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is still sticking out all around here. Ah! I run my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush for this. My hair is just really hard to get right. I know the feeling, Sayori. Then again, I comb my hair, not brush it. But I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't even straight either. And then there's a toothpaste stain on your collar right here. I tried to wipe off the stain with my finger, but nobody would ever notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I really don't care about that. Jones, you are a heartless asshole. Hey, meanie. At least you don't keep your blazer buttoned up. Oh, fuck. Well, and you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori, why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? Huh? That's super mean. That is mean, dude. Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I start to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. Oh my. Okay. This is so funny. I'd say it's even suggestive, but okay. What is? Well, I was just thinking about how weird it is to have a friend who does these kinds of things. Yeah, it would be kind of weird. It'd be nice, but weird. Huh? Don't say that. You'll make me feel weird about it, stupid. Baka? Fuck, I'm the tsundere now. Jones, don't be the tsundere! It's okay, though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you? I guess. Hey, be careful. The button might come off. Why is this one so hard to close? I struggle to fully close the button next to her, near her chest. Does this thing even fit you properly? It did when I bought it. Understandable. If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? It means my boobs got bigger again. Don't say that out loud! Fuck, I don't need a lawsuit. Anyway, you look much better now, so... why does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazer buttoned up like that? But it's so stuffy. It's not worth it at all. Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. That's so much better. I know, you feel so much freer. Sayori puts her arms out and twirls around. So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying it like that's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like this. That's actually completely correct. Like, here's the thing though, the main character and Sayori have a pretty physical relationship that's not sexual. The physical in the sense of... Okay, I've already stumbled over my words, but you get the point. They have a very close relationship. And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying all these embarrassing things! Huh? I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Only if you focus on going to bed earlier. Fine. Okay, fine, I'll make that sacrifice just for you, Sayori. It's a deal. I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are at taking care of ourselves. Yeah, I guess so. Huh. So, maybe you should come wake me up in the morning. You're doing it again, Sayori. But I was joking that time. And it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone! Huh? Monika suddenly calls out. Why don't we share the poems we wrote now? Yay! Jones, I can't wait to read yours. Yeah, same. I failed to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to retrieve her poem. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Oh, fuck, I forgot. No, I didn't forget. It's in the description of the last video. Go ahead and go read it, Monika. Yeah? My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. There's nothing embarrassing about it, dude. I mean, it's if you don't like... If you aren't great at public speaking, then yeah, it's difficult to do, to share a thing like that. Personally, I dislike writing poetry. I cannot write good poetry for the life of me. But Jones, you could probably do it. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. So you mean to tell me you've never been in a literature class? How the fuck do you know how to read? I'm fairly certain they would have made you do poems or something. Some kind of writing. God, dude. What is your school teaching you? Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait! Sayori and Monika enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monika wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monika's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? Well, let's start off with Shodan. I should start with Monika. I mean Shodan, I mean Monika. Please don't kill me. Whoever you are. Yesterday she seemed eager to read my poem, and I want her to know I'm putting in the effort. Hi, Jones! Hi, Shodan! Having a good time so far? Well, those mutants scared the shit out of me. And I died once, but overall, yeah, it's... okay. Yeah. Ah, good to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities, or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off going with the flow until I'm more settled in... Yeah, that's me, Jones. Like, I'm kind of like that. Like, I'm indifferent to a lot of things. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Ha ha ha! Don't worry, Jones. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? Why are you doing that? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. You know, really reading this myself, that really feels like some kind of foreshadowing. Yeah, that is true. I hand Monika my poem. I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sorts of things in common. Ah, well... We may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case, but maybe there is some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you. It sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. And even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you'd think. So, I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. You sure you're not reading into it too much? I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions, like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? There's a reason to that. Yeah, that's actually kind of unexpected. Well, to each their own. Yeah. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. Monika, are you coming on to Jones? Yeah, I'm sure you will be trying different things a lot, Jones. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone also might be a little bit biased toward their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. But don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Right. Jones does not have to worry about that. Well, actually, that's actually kind of scary, though. Like, hang on. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them. That's actually some kind of clever foreshadowing right there, I think. Anyway, you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound you sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have some sound confident. Have to sound confident. Okay, there we go. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the Wall! You guys remember that game show? I don't. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the sparkle protrudes? A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas already scorched with a permanent copy of a meaningless image. Of the meaningless image, fuck. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in, I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. Hi, Shodan! It's actually kind of sad, though, because I straight up know, like, what she's talking about, though, because, again, I've already seen half the game. I'm actually going to snap a quick picture of this so I can... You really just kind of go crazy with this, go crazy with the theory when we get there. But really, though, if you know the context of Monika's character to an extent, this poem is actually pretty tragic. It's very tragic, in fact. And it really does make you think. And I'm not going to go into it just yet. But, like, when we get there, I'll get on it. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. I know the feeling, Jones. It's okay. Well, yeah, what kind of style has gotten pretty... Fuck! Jones, words! Use them! I mean, Monika, words! Use them! I mean, Colexial, words! Use them! Okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. I didn't do that. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. Well, what was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone here is better friends with each other? Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. That's true. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the exact same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Bye, Shodan. Now, I want to clarify, I'm using the nickname of Shodan tongue-in-cheek. I want to go to Sayori next, to be honest. Let's go with Natsuki. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Bitch. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions. What? Are you kidding me? I like to think my poem was at least serviceable to invoke one emotion. Confusion. So basically, it's not cute enough for your tastes? Do you want to get smacked? Are you coming on to me? I mean, Jones? Yes. Are you coming on to Jones? Sorry, I sometimes forget that me and Jones are not the same person in this instance. I'll pass. I don't know, Jones. One thing could have led to another in that situation. You don't know. Sigh. I don't like to say sigh. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Yeah, it's actually a pretty well-spoken poem, I think. Though, I think I'm too dense for this. Or, I don't know. I don't know. But it's a pretty well-spoken poem, though. Like, people were not like, I think the message is that we're not perfect at anything, but we can try, we can try to do these things, you know? Like, we require machinery to fly. We have to practice running to get good at it. We sometimes usually need the use of other things to seek stuff out. Fucking Google, you get what I mean. Racing and running, same thing. Like, basically, all people can do is try. I'm not gonna get into this one. Yeah? I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. You're not wrong. Like, with fucking literature, even, like, stuff at a higher level, you're expected to write something that reads as sophisticated and has a sophisticated meaning. Like, it's just... I get the feeling, Natsuki. Me and Jones get the feeling. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? No, that and poems are also used to tell a story. I mean, have you ever heard of fucking epics, Jones? Come on, Beowulf. Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, okay, it didn't exactly hit me that... Personally, it didn't hit me that hard. I can grasp the meaning a little bit. But that's besides the point. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. Okay, yeah, that's the other thing, though. Like... Okay, fuck, now that poem does hit me hard. Shit, Natsuki. Like, okay, now that poem makes a lot more sense than it's essentially been explained to me. So I decided to write about it. I actually, me and Jones do really understand that. I already said I understood it, but yeah, both me and him really do understand that. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did, I guess, more into it than I realized, and I'm fumbling with words. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki's feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Okay, so Jones, like, it's okay to knock someone down a peg if they're being too prideful, and their head is too big. It's okay to knock them down to a peg, because too much of a big head and ego and too much pride leads to mistakes. Okay, let's do Yuri. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh! Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. Take your time. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah? Jones, how is this? You're in high school! You should have at least, like... I would have expected you to at least have written, like, a poem, like, grade school. Even, definitely middle school, dude. What the fuck were you doing in your lit classes, man? Then again, I don't know how the schooling system is over there at all. And I need to stop leaning back. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. Sorry if the audio is kind of inconsistent with me, because I'm leaning back and forth, because I want to be comfortable reading this game. So, hang on, let me just adjust the mic a bit. Okay, I think that's better. I guess that it might be after reading it through. So it's that bad. No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice it's been several minutes, and we haven't really gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there's specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Yeah, that's the thing, though. Like, if you get someone very passionate about something, and you can get them talking about that thing, they completely change. To an extent, I'm very much like this, too. Myself. When I want to be anyways, but that's besides the point. But that is completely true. Right there. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together. It's probably the most challenging part. It is indeed. It might take you some time, but it all comes with the practice, and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about other people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. The world may never know. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do! I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. Fuck, I cannot read cursive. That's tendrils, so... The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last, yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. Yeah, I'm too dense for sophisticated writing. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. No, it's good handwriting, I just can't read it. Myself. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. I was just thinking I just don't know how to read cursive that well. But you took a long time to read. Ah! Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Huh? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it's really descriptive. It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Who? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Jones. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Yeah, me too, Jones. Well, I suppose you did only glance it over after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts and feelings and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in her last remaining place, a comfort, unable to let go of the past. Yeah, so basically, it's a poem about nostalgia. Now that it's been explained to me, I can dissect it correctly. And I forgot to... No, actually, I'm only doing the Monika's poems, but it's a poem about nostalgia. You guys all know nostalgia. Have you ever felt the feeling of just wanting to relive the past? So naturally you go crack open an old game or an old movie, like go watch the old Star Wars movies, or play like old StarCraft or something. Or reminisce over old metas in video games and shit. A good example is March of War for me. God damn it, is that nostalgic. But it's a poem about nostalgia. And soon to be left without nothing. With nothing, yeah, okay. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I mean, nostalgia's hit or miss, to be honest. It's a good thing and a bad thing. But the main message of the poem is remembering, I think, in her opinion, a better time. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things, too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. And last, but certainly not least... Oh my goodness! This is so good, Jones! Huh? I love it! I had no idea you were such a good writer! Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I mean, I'm not a good writer at all! I honestly have no idea what I'm doing! Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Jeez. Yuri's opinion was way more constructive than this. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Huh? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a Jones poem! And that makes it an extra special. It makes it feel so extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori. I'm really happy that you wrote one. Just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you were really part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Jones. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people. That's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah. I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That would be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Yay! Now, you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. Well, we'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, make me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away the rainy day? A rainy day? I suck at reading sometimes. I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Oh yeah, I only had like 3 things of Cookie Crisp for breakfast. I had to get to class. So give me a hot second to kind of skim this a bit more. So I know what she's writing about right here. But it pertains to the plot, so I'm not going to spoil it. But I will take a picture of this so when we get to that bridge and it is burnt, I can kind of talk about it. So let's just take a picture. Sorry if this episode's going on pretty long and that I'm fumbling with things and the audio might be iffy, maybe. I don't know. But I'm doing my best here. And I'm actually kind of ravenously hungry at the moment. Sayori? This is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No? Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night, okay? Well, at least that makes me feel a little bit better about myself. Fuck you, Jones. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or... okay, how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Oh, okay, so did you like put the eggs and toast into a sandwich and eat a toasty egg sandwich? Man, I could go for a toasted egg sandwich now. Even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. No, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monika's the best. Yeah. But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever! Well, I guess I look forward to it. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even though they're just being nice, but there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monika are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper and sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Huh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk. Returns the poem to the desk with one hand. Words, Calexiel, use them. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. Is it? I thought it was the feeling of being compared to everyone else who's better at a thing than you or something. I don't know. I'm a dense idiot. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. Yeah, the language is... It's in that region, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Huh? You mean you have to try hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Jones did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. Okay, so I want to tear apart that little thing right there that Yuri just said. Don't act uppity like not uppity. Don't act all full of yourself like that. There is a thing called tact. It is a thing that I feel as though I have a good grasp on, but I have yet to truly master. Okay? Tact. Yuri, you lack tact in that situation. And Jones liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Huh? That's not what I... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Jones appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? I would say yes, Natsuki. I, Calexiel, agree with you. She is kind of full of herself. No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Did I read that correctly? Yes, I did. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Jones started showing up. Natsuki? Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you! I don't like fighting, guys! Suddenly, both girls turned towards me, as if they just noticed I was standing there. Jones, if I wasn't bound by celestial law to help you through this journey, I would be out my dorm room window right now, avoiding this situation like the plague. However, I am bound by contract, and so I must help you. Jones! She's trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Jones. Wait! There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Jones? Well? How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. But whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So, of course, that's going to be... So, here's the thing, though. What you see right here is a classic side of too far one way and too far the other, when in reality, you need them both in moderation. That's where it works best, kids. Now, of course, I'm the type of person myself who tries to appease both sides and says, I'd probably go with that. I'd be like, you guys are kind of both wrong. I'd probably be like, you're both kind of wrong. It's good to use them both in moderation or in conjunction with each other, because too much of one thing is not that great. So, help me, Sayori! My saving grace! And Natsuki glares at me, drying up any words I had in my mouth. So instead I turn to Yuri. Yuri? But Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori! Huh? Yeah. Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? Jones? Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being. She would never. It's your immaturity that's made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes... Stop! Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented. So why are we fighting? Because everyone wants to get in Jones's pants, apparently. That's why they're fighting. Also, Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they've always been. Okay? I don't want to know how you know that, Sayori. But let's just continue. They're the same as... Okay. Big and beautiful. Okay. Sayori stands triumphantly. Monika stands behind her with a bewildered expression. Do you know how this is weird? I'll make some tea. Oh yeah, some sweet tea would be nice. I should make some tea after this. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. Sayori, you broke the both of them. I'm impressed. So, this is why I'm getting a phone call right now. Crap. I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. That took a bit. Roommate just got back from the end of the world. And oh my. Okay, so let's wrap this up. So this is why Sayori is vice president. I whisper to Monika. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader, and I can organize things, but I'm not very good for people. Yeah, okay. That's understandable. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing for me. Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that means Sayori is just amazing in her own ways, isn't it? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get... I would hate to see her... Fuck. See her get herself hurt. Okay. That makes 2 of us. You can count on me. Monika smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Jones, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learned something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Jones! Ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori? About what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, of course I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make good friends with you. Phew. You know, Jones, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone else is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. Sigh. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Yeah, Jones, you're screwed. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but... does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an eternal monologue sometimes. Okay, yeah, let's do this. Word time. Entropy. After image. Fireworks. Shame. Peace. Comfort. Melody. Tragedy. Aura. Fickle. Sensation. Heart. Melancholy. Atone. Promise. Destiny. Judgment. Existence. Defeat. And dream. Alrighty then, now that's a good stopping point right there. Remember, I'll be putting a poem or whatever the hell in the description, so be sure to read it and maybe put your own thing in the comments down below. Have a good one, everyone.